Hey everyone, it's Allie and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about Dossier fragrances once again. They are a company that I've been really into and this is a collab with them. They did send me these two fragrances that I will be talking about. So full disclosure, these two were sent to me. That's not going to affect my review. I'm still going to be honest and tell you what I think about both of these fragrances, and that's what we're going to be getting into today. Those of you that don't know Dossier, they are a company that recreates really popular niche and designer fragrances, but they make them in a way where the formula is cruelty free, it's vegan, it's free of like parabens and I can never say it right, all the bad stuff. These are clean, they are vegan, they are really good formulas. I really enjoy them. They're all about 16 to 18% concentration, if I'm not mistaken, which is eau de parfum. I really like the company and I like what they stand for. I also like that you can try it before you buy it. You get the fragrance, try it out for 30 days. If you don't like it, you can return it for a full refund of your purchase price. And something that's really cool to note is that I've been seeing Dossier pop up in my local Walmart. I've been waiting for them to pop up in my local Walmart after I found out that they were going to be in stores. So definitely check your local Walmart and see if you can find Dossier, because I was able to find them and I was lucky enough to snag me a bottle of Gourmand White Flowers, I think is what it's called, which is their take of Victor and Rolf's Flower Bomb, which I really love their take on Flower Bomb. I actually went through my bottle pretty quick and I ended up needing another one, and I knew that one was one that I was going to repurchase. That one I super love, and I also love their take on Le Labo's Rose 31. That one is so like, oh my god, it's so sexy, and I actually prefer it more than Le Labo's version, which is really interesting. I don't know. I think the Dossier version smells sexier. It's a slightly bit more feminine, and I get a little bit more of the rose, and it just smells so damn sexy. Like, it's really, really good. I highly suggest you guys check those out. But today we're going to be talking about two fragrances from them. I love that they come in this cute box. It's easily recyclable. The fragrance sits inside here, and there's usually a card inside of the box that has the notes and a little bit of information about it, but I don't know what I did with my card. And this is one of the fragrances I'm going to be talking about. This is Floral Pink Pepper, and this is their take on the the 2017 version of Miss Dior, which is typically the one that people tend to consider the holy grail because they do reformulate that fragrance quite a bit. And the new version of Miss Dior is completely different than the 2017 version. They're like two different scents, like not even alike in any way. So the scent's been completely reformulated. This is supposed to be their take on that vintage formulation, that 2017 one. And honestly, it's really good. Like, it's kind of spot on. There are slight differences that I do pick up. I do pick up a slightly more like licoricey note in this one. This one has notes of bergamot, lychee, orange, rose, jasmine, pink pepper, patchouli, blonde woods, and vanilla. But that pink pepper mixing with that patchouli is almost giving me a slight licoricey vibe with this. And it's really, really pretty. You definitely get that rose, but it's like a spiced rose. What I love about this fragrance is that it smells modern, but it has a slight vintagey touch, if that makes sense. Like, there's something about this that doesn't smell dated, but it almost has like a touch of class and elegance from the past. And I think it's the powdery aspects to this fragrance. This smells really, really good. It's powdery, it's warm. It almost has a slightly ambery, woody base. It's really seductive, really feminine. If you're a fan of the 2017 version of this fragrance, then do yourself a favor and check this one out. Something about this fragrance reminds me of roses and almost like a candied spiced orange with like a slight powdery aspect. It's really good. And honestly, this one lasted about 7 hours on me, almost 8 before it died down to a skin scent. This one was pretty long lasting and I really enjoyed it. I typically have worn this one to work. I've used a little bit of it, not too much, but definitely have used a nice little spritz of it. And I really like this for work. I think it's a very professional smelling scent. It's very feminine. It's really, really pretty. And if you are a fan of Miss Dior, the 2017 formulation, do yourself a favor and get this one in your collection. I think it's a really good take. the differences on this are really minute. Like I said, the biggest thing is that I get almost like this licoricey vibe in this one that's very minimal. It does dry away relatively quick, but that is something to note. The opening does smell a bit more different than the original, but it dries down pretty much the exact same. So definitely check this one out if that's one that you've been interested in. And if you don't want to pay top dollar for the old formulation, which people tend to hike up the prices online, check Mercari if you don't believe me. Do yourself a favor and just get this one. Screw getting the old formulation. It's not even worth it, sis. Get this one. Trust me when I tell you. The next one that I'm going to be talking about is called Citrus Peony. This is their take on Dior's, I think, Blooming Roses, which is one that I really liked, but when I tried it in store, I sprayed it on my hand, and the Dior version kind of gave me a headache. And I typically don't get headaches with fragrances, but for some reason that one gave me a headache, and I had to wash it off my skin right away. I was at Ulta when I tried it for the first time, and I remember spraying it on my hand and really loving the initial spray. I was like, holy shit, I'm gonna buy this. It smells so good, so pretty, so feminine. This like full blast of pink roses, and I was so excited. But as it started drying down, it became really sharp and synthetic on my skin. And I don't know what went wrong with that fragrance, but it just did not work on my skin, which really bummed me out because it was such a beautiful pink floral smelling fragrance that smelled really girly and sparkling and just really, really pretty. And typically those aren't fragrances that I tend to like. I don't tend to like ultra feminine smelling fragrances that smell like that. But for some reason, Miss Dior Blooming Roses like was so freaking good. And this take is honestly so much better than that one because this one doesn't become weird on my skin like that one did. This one smells really good, and this one is called Citrus Peony. You've got notes of mandarin, bergamot, blackcurrant, rose, apricot, peony, musk, peach, and raspberry. And you guys, this is dreamy. It smells clean. I've been wearing this a lot more to work. Like, you can see how much I've worn of this one compared to the other one. This one I've gone ham on, and I really love this. You get that big burst of rose, but it's like really dainty pink rose petals. It's really clean smelling, really fresh, just so stinking pretty. And this maintains that rosy smell all throughout the fragrance. When this dries down, I think this lasted about 5 to 6 hours on me before I had to reapply. So it wasn't as long lasting as the last fragrance, but honestly, I don't mind because I really love the opening to this. And it's that same opening and that same effect I got when I tried the original in store that just blew me away. But without that weird synthetic dry down that the original gave me, this doesn't have that. This smells natural. It smells fresh. This smells so pretty. It has this sparkling quality that is just so effervescent and so feminine. There's a slight juiciness to this because of that citrus in here that you really get in the opening, but it complements the rose so beautifully and really aids in this sort of sparkling, youthful effect that the fragrance has. This has such a youthful quality that just reminds me of being young and looking really glamorous and pretty and just, I don't know, you guys, this is such a vibe. And like I said, I've worn this one quite a bit. I mean, the bottle doesn't lie. I've hit this bottle pretty hard wearing it to work, wearing it to the grocery store. When I don't know what to wear, I've been reaching for this one quite a bit, and I think this one is going to be just as bad as Gourmand White Flowers for me and that rose one, Floral Rose, because those two from Dossier I love and I use constantly. Same with their take on Tom Ford's like Jasmine Rouge. That one is so freaking good too. Like, there's so many from the Dossier line that like I really love, and I'm thinking of doing like my top 5 that I think people should buy from Dossier. So if you guys want to see that video, definitely let me know, because I definitely have a really solid top 5 fragrances, and this one, not gonna lie, is gonna be on that list because I really love this one more than I was expecting to, because I typically don't like fragrances like this that are like ultra girly and very youthful smelling, kind of dainty. But this is done so freaking right that like, honestly, I ain't mad at it. I'm okay. I'll rock this. I'll wear this all day, every day. Quality, 10 out of 10. The scent, 10 out of 10. The longevity, probably like an 8 out of 10 because I do have to reapply it after like the 5th hour, which I'm okay with. This one though, didn't have to reapply. This one lasted my whole work day. This is easily like 7 to 8 hours depending on how much you use. This one I'm sure will last a lot longer depending on how much you spray. I tend to be an oversprayer. I don't really have to overspray with this one. I love to hit my clothes, the back of my neck, and my wrist, and then I'm pretty much set with this fragrance. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys. If you guys want to try them out, I'll have a coupon code down below. You don't have to use it if you don't want to, but it is there if you want to use it. And yeah, definitely check out the company. I can't speak any more highly of them because like they are a really good company. I really like what they stand for. I love their ingredients. I love that a lot of their stuff is sourced from Grasse, France, which is the mecca of the mecca of the perfumery world. It's where a lot of ingredients are harvested and things like that. A lot of perfumers work there, and that's where they harvest a lot of their ingredients for their fragrances, which I think is really cool because you don't have to skip out on the high quality ingredient to get a really beautiful scent. And it just makes it that much more better that they're cruelty free, they're not full of chemicals, and they're really natural formulas. I think that's really cool. And yeah, till next time you guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you guys want to connect with me, you can always connect with me on Instagram. I'm always there posting nail stuff and just doing random things. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, check out Dossier. I will link them down below, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.